Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here to do a tarot reading which I do every month for Donald Trump and his family. If you watched last month, you may have seen that some of those things that came out in the cards have now occurred. There has been a data leak apparently, and also I believe it was QAnon. I spent a whole 2 minutes checking. I believe it was QAnon hacked into the Republicans' database and got some very sensitive information. And also regarding the real estate deal, apparently one of Trump's overseas properties is getting a tax rebate or some sort of rebate for over $1 million. I can't give you any more details than that because I just haven't had time to look. But yeah, please go and have a look at last month's video and let me know. So, what you think? Let's have a look now at the board, and we're going to start for July looking at the tarot cards for Donald Trump and his family. Let's see what the vibe is, and looking at the first card now. Whoa, whole heap of cards came out. So that one on top, I didn't even get to close my eyes. Okay, this suggests travel because of the pyramids in the background. There's probably too many to read, so I'm just going to go with the top one. Travel, growth, okay, and perhaps there's a lot of expression here. He might have a better month this month than what he's had previously. There's some action being taken. I think this is financial growth, actually. I'm just getting a bit of a financial vibe around it. And this could also be a clearing out of the chakras, these pyramids, because that's the shape of the symbol I see for chakras is a triangle. And so he could have some sort of purge in terms of stuff coming up and out. I'm particularly picking up digestion, and there's something really wrong there, like blocked in the digestive area with Donald Trump himself, and there could be some sort of purge going on. It's not food poisoning. I'll just close my eyes now and see if I can pick up what it is. It's not food poisoning. Okay, so they're showing me the ocean, and it's dark and it's very quiet and still. So there might be a quiet time. Maybe he's not tweeting as much. I can see the moon on the water, and it's very still. The moon, of course, he was born on a lunar eclipse, and that's always about transformation, and it's often about chaos and destruction, because obviously when something's transforming, the first steps are of chaos and destruction, to tear down the old system so that a new system can begin. And so whichever way you look at it, certainly things are being undone, laws are being undone, rolled back, that sort of thing. So they're telling me roughage. Oh gosh, I don't want to get into too personal details here, but yeah, they're telling me roughage is needed. Okay, that's the first card. Now let's have a look at the second card, and hopefully they won't all jump out like that, so I can just sort of slide easily into the energy. Okay, second card, going with that one, closing my eyes now. Steps, a lot of actions. Oh right, okay, lots and lots of action. It's almost like there's always sort of been lots of activity around him, but this is really being ramped up to a new extent. It's like more and more activity. We'll probably hear that more staff are being hired, staff coming and going, and that's always been a hallmark. Lots of people have left, and there's new staff coming, so that's nothing new. And I'm seeing baseball bats, just means action, lots of activity. Actually, it's actually quite feverish, the activity that I'm seeing. The moon. Okay, so the moon over the water I was just seeing. This is about a teacher. He's got a mentor or a teacher, or he becomes like a mentor to somebody. And we see the wolf here, which is the traditional symbol for teacher. Lots of subconscious contents coming up. They're actually, I feel like his staff are actually keeping a lot from him, not telling him, because it's so feverish that they can't let him know all the details, because it would just get him right down into these subconscious contents, you see. So I feel like his staff are not actually purposely not telling him a lot. But somebody's coming in as a mentor, somebody new. Maybe they've been in the background for a while, and they're going to take more centre stage, and we'll see them on the media. I don't know who it is. There's a definite feminine energy. It could be a man, but a man in touch with his feminine side. And I'm feeling that quite strongly, and especially with the moon, always brings out the feminine side. Looking at the next card for Donald Trump and possibly his family, going with that card there. Closing my eyes now, and what do I see? I see doors opening up, which usually means opportunity. They're white doors. They're big white doors. There's two of them, with silver sort of round, I wouldn't call them handles, but I don't know what else to call them. Things that you use to open the door. Okay, so a lot of socialising and partying on the other side. Okay, so I don't know what's particular about July that socialising, maybe because it's the summer months in the Northern Hemisphere. So I see Donald Trump attending lots of parties and celebrations. This card came out last month. And it's the Ten of Pentacles. He's very happy about his finances. There's been an improvement, and what happened was last month that I think I mentioned before that he's been given $1 million by the EU concerning his properties. So there's a property in the background here. And this could be fortuitous for the sale or purchase of real estate or anything to do with real estate, but more money coming in, and also a feeling of accomplishment. So some people measure their worth by how much money they make. This is not a good idea, because when you pass, you can't take your money with you. So, money's the sort of thing, it's interesting to count, but certainly we shouldn't define ourselves by, how much money we made. When I was a child, we were so poor that we went without food, quite often, in fact. Does that make me less of a human being because my family couldn't afford to feed me? It's just crazy to define yourself by money. So there is this sort of sense of, yes, more money comes in, so I feel good, so I'm a better person. But yeah, this is probably property related. So he got that negotiation done with the EU, and there could be more coming. Okay, perhaps in the States there's something, some sort of handout for people with property or something like that. I don't know. I'm not in America. I don't know your regulations or your laws about anything. Okay, looking at the next card now for Donald Trump for July, and what do we see? Closing my eyes now, and what do I see? Okay, I do see a property on a hill. It is dark. I feel like there's some renovation going on. It looks a bit like something you'd see in Transylvania with the bats flying around. It's dark. And it's old and it's decrepit. So I feel like something is being transformed and turned into, a more luxurious property. It's got a good view because it's on a hill. I don't think this is in the States. I think this is somewhere else. Okay, and we have the Two of Swords. Okay, now the thing with this card is that there's reflections of the past. So things that have happened in the past are coming back. So Donald could be plagued. He might want to do a deal, but he can't do the deal because of something that's happened in the past. And he's and this happens to all of us, by the way. When these past energies come back, we're making a decision based on our history and our experience. And we should always bear in mind that we may not be seeing the situation entirely clearly because we're coming from our past history. But this is very strong, these past energies coming back, and decisions, lots of decisions to be made with the Two of Swords. So could be to do with anything, in fact. Just means a lot of mental activity going on and decisions to be made. Alrighty, so let's have another look now at the last card for July and see what's going to come up. I'm going to go with that card there. And closing my eyes now, and what do I see? Oh, I got it here. I didn't want to say because it was a bit negative. Somebody getting their head chopped off, and I'm seeing it again now, so I better say it because it's the second time. Head chopped off is he's going to cut somebody down. They've got a lot to say. He doesn't like it. I wonder if this is his sister who's bringing out the book, or niece, Mary Ann Trump, who's bringing out the book later. I think it's the 28th of July, somebody told me. Thank you, Vilma. She told me it was the 28th of July. And he's trying to chop her head off, which means, not literally, it means just trying to shut her up. Over in the States, you've got, the freedom to speak. So, they're showing me now. I can see teeth. Okay, this is a developmental thing. We all go through developmental cycles through our whole lives, and teeth represent those. And so something that happened when he was a child, the developmental cycle wasn't completed. We all have this sort of incomplete stages of development. He could have some teeth problems. Just trying to work out. I can see it. I'm just trying to feel it. Bottom jaw. My whole face is weird. It's gone. It feels very strange, my face. Like it's floating off my head. My face is floating off my skull at the moment. I don't even know what that is about. I've never experienced this feeling before. But it's sort of the incisors on the right in the bottom jaw, so there could be some teeth problems. So let's have okay, so Tower, something unexpected and unpredictable happens, and you'll see the eye up here in the sky. Intuition. Okay, so he might have sort of intuition telling him that it's going to go pear-shaped. I'm wondering if this is to do with the book. The book is coming out, and it comes out. He fails in chopping a head off. He can't stop it. Now, I've said that. Let me just check if that's correct or not, because I'm not sure. The Tower card, is this to do with Mary Ann's book about the I wouldn't be surprised. I see a building falling down, and so a building is a structure, like here is a structure, and when something collapses, it's to do with your ideas about what you thought was going to happen and what actually happens. It's not what you think it is. So there's some other things that play here behind the scenes that are going to tear this idea down. So I just want to check it again, because I'm still not sure if it's Mary Ann's book that's being torn down, or if it's Trump's idea that he can take her to court and stop her from... Take Mary Ann to court and stop her. No, I think it's Trump. I think he's going to lose if he tries to stop her. I think that book's coming out. Yeah, and when I say that, I see a what do you call it? Bullseye, and a whole lot of arrows going right into the centre of the bullseye. So that generally means yes. So normally when I do this, it's in sort of rough time order. So this is the beginning of the month, and this is the end of the month. So the end of the month, there's something very traumatic, a whole idea or concept of what Trump believed is not actually happening. It's being torn down. It's almost unpredictable. The intuition tells him that it's not working, but see these lightning strikes here? You know, lightning can strike anywhere. So things on fire. The crown is toppling, okay? The crown is toppling. That's another clue that it's Trump rather than Marianne, because I don't know that Marianne is considered as a leader, whereas he is. Okay, so that's it today. I hope you found that a little bit helpful. I'll just close my eyes now and see if there's anything to finish up. Trump for July, I'm just seeing the lightning over and over again. Multiple strikes. So this means multiple things that are unpredictable, could happen, unexpected things that they don't expect. Very, very powerful things. The whole sky is dark and then it lights up purple. So purple is usually to do with leaders and royalty, and it's like it's a dark time for him and his family in July, particularly the end of July. Okay, please leave me your thoughts in the comments. I would really appreciate that. I will answer all your comments, and have a wonderful month. Let's watch with interest to see what happens this July. If you're only new, consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Okay, thanks again, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.